Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're looking for a loan and you're having challenges getting a loan because you have bad credit, I'm gonna show you some places that may be much easier than the bank or credit union. All right. But first, I wanted to tell you guys, for any of you guys that are struggling to pay like your rent and utility bills, you definitely can go to the Department of Treasury. And when you go there, you want to look for rental assistance. All right. And then when you see rental assistance, uh, what you want to do, you want to scroll down and it tells you about contacting 211. The reason is because they help not only with rental assistance, but they help with utility bills as well. All right, and I know we're talking about loans, but I just want to help some of the community out. Now, another place you can go to is findhelp.org. And so with findhelp.org, you would put in your zip code. And when you put in your zip code, it would tell you all the resources that are in that area. And like this is a zip code from Missouri, so they have 2,917 programs. So all you do is put in your zip code, and you could see it helps with housings, utilities, health, everything that you need. You can go here and get assistance. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there because you may have friends or relatives that's having a hard time and lost their job or something, and they're going to need resources. So that's what I wanted to bring to you. Now, the first loan I would tell you about is Lend Nation. Okay. And so with Lend Nation, they offer loans in these states here. So if you're in one of these states, Lend Nation is able to help you. And the type of services Lend Nation offers is the installment loans, payday loans, title loans, and lines of credit. Now, the question always pops up, does Lend Nation check credit? Okay. So even if you have bad credit, they may be able to still work with you. Now, in terms of checking the credit, they don't do a hard pull on the main credit bureaus. They use the third party credit bureaus. And what they're looking for is basically, is the name on the application, the address on the application matching the third party financial credit bureaus. And I do talk about those a lot, but I'll go back over them in this video. But the thing about it, for most people, they don't get turned down because of their credit. They either get turned down because the address that's on the third party financial credit bureaus is not matching the address that's on the application, or the minimum income after taxes does not meet the requirements. Now, for most of these lenders, long as you're making at least $1,000 after taxes, they're able to help you. Okay. And so we can take a look at some of these here um, products. Like their line of credit goes up to 10,000. This is a plus, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Here's the thing about it with lines of credit. Once you get approved for a line of credit, if they give you, say they give you 10,000, all right, they only charge you on what you use. Say that you use only 4,000. So that remaining 6,000, they don't charge you interest on that balance, okay? If this was a loan, they charge you interest on the whole thing. But when you get approved for a line of credit, they only charge you interest on what you actually used. Okay? So that's the reason I like it. Now, again, they do offer installment loans. And as you can see, they offer installment loans up to $4,000. Then they also offer payday loans. And their payday loans is up to $500. Okay? So this is one lender you want to take a look at. Now, a next our next lender you want to take a look at, and that's a direct lender for those who want to know. Another lender is River Valley Loans. Okay. Now, this is a tribal lender. All right. So when a tribal lender loans you money, they're not regulated by the federal government. So of course, their interest rates is going to be much higher. However, again, them offering you money, as you can see, they offer from 200 up to 3,000. When they offer you a loan, again, it has nothing to do with the credit most of the time, unless you actually file bankruptcy on this company before. But beyond that, long as the address that's on the application is matching the address and you have a minimum of $1,000 after taxes, they're able to help you. All right. So this is a tribal lender. There's another platform. It's called Fundsjoy. Okay, and they offer up to 5,000. It's a platform, but at the same time, they will shop your information to tribal lenders, like the lender that I pointed out. And so you can see they go from 200 up to $5,000. All right. So it has nothing to do with the credit. Again, if you able to make the payments. And yes, you can be on disability. You can be receiving government benefits in order to qualify with these here type of lenders. Here's another one I talk about a lot, and this is Explore Credit. Explore Credit goes from 250 up to $2,000. Again, it's another tribal lender. All right. And so it makes it much easier for them to qualify. Just keep in mind the interest is definitely going to be much higher. Guys, if you're working a W 2 job, please go to your HR and request this form. Okay. This will stop them from taking income taxes out of your check so you can bring home a bigger paycheck. That way, you may not have to go to these tribal lenders or these high interest rate lenders to actually borrow money. Okay, so ask for this form. You should do it for at least 3 or 4 months to help you get caught up on bills. Your next lender you want to look at is Best Eggs. And as you can see here, Best Egg offers loans up to $50,000. All right. Now, the reason that I have Best Egg on the list is for two reasons. One is that they offer personal loan, but if you have a debt to income ratio above 60%, most banks, usually 50 to 55%, most banks and credit unions will not work with you, even if you have a good income. All right. However, Best Egg, they will work with you if you have a debt to income ratio much higher than the banks and credit unions. That's number one. All right. So number two is that even if you're in the like low 600s, again, Best Egg is flexible enough to work with you, long as you can show proof that you have good income, good strong income. All right. So this is definitely an option for you for those that need over 25, $30,000. Now, there's another thing that Best Egg offers also. And this here is like a title loan, right? And as you can see here with their title loans, they go all the way up to $100,000. All right. So you're able to borrow the equity in your car to be able to get money to pay your bills. All right. So this is also an option for you through Best Egg. Another lender is First Cash Advance. Okay. And so with First Cash Advance, here's an interesting question. Can I get a loan with a 500 credit score? And again, this proves my point. Even with a 500 credit score, you can borrow from 100 up to $5,000. Okay. This is with First Cash Advance. So that's what and another question that's answered. If I'm on Social Security benefits, can I get a loan? Yes. That's what I'm telling you guys. These are lenders that's willing to work with. If you have bad credit, if you're on benefits, like I said, the only thing that usually stops a person from getting qualified for these type of loans is that you don't meet the minimum requirements. And usually for most of these lenders, having at least $1,000 after taxes and making sure the address on that application is matching the address with the third party credit bureau. Just so we clear, this is a third party credit bureau to clear up some of the confusion, like Teletrack, which is owned by Equifax. This is a third party credit bureau. Okay. That's what I mean. And yes, you can actually get your real financial report. You also have Clarity, which is owned by Experian, which is also a third party credit bureau, financial credit bureau. And again, like I said, you can get your report, your credit scores, you can do a fraud alert, you can dispute items. So that's the thing about it with these third party credit bureaus. Many people are not even aware of it. Okay. So there's another one, and that's Data X, which is also owned by Equifax as well. Okay. So just to give you some insight of what I mean about the third party financial credit bureau, going back to first cash advance. All right. Here's the states that they actually offer loans in. All right. So if you're in one of these states, this is where they actually offer loans to. Okay. So if you're not on this here list, more likely they won't be able to help you. Another lender that you possibly can look into is a Vont. And again, this is another lender that works with people that have a low credit score and they have a high debt to income ratio, but they may have good income. All right. So they go from 2,000 up to 35,000. And as you can see, they're right in line with the banks and credit union, but they're just a third party lender. Okay. So by them being a third party lender, they have more flexibility. That's the reason like their debt to income ratio is usually much higher. So that's the reason I would tell you guys, you don't always have to go to your bank or credit union or feel you don't have nobody to work with because you have bad credit and high debt to income. It just depends on who you're approaching. And so that's the reason I try to point out these lenders. So if this here helps you, please put a comment below. If you need to schedule a one-on-one consultation, click the link in the description. Thank you.